Good evening, everybody. It's good to be here. PechaKucha, did I pronounce it correctly? We'll take it. I just want to have a little disclaimer out here, out front. I also have been feeling poorly like Matt, but unfortunately I do not have the benefit of NyQuil. So if I should fall flat and pass out during this presentation, I believe my medical card is in my pocket. I do have no allergies. So just make sure I get to Erlanger. I should be okay. Well, thank you everyone for coming out tonight. I direct a program called Tennessee Wild, which is a program of a nonprofit organization called the Southern Appalachian Forest Coalition. And our mission is to protect wilderness on the Cherokee National Forest for current and future generations, and to foster stewardship of our public land. So it's really good to see lots of little kids here in the audience, because this presentation tonight is more about them than the rest of us adults. What we're really about is place, and connecting people to special places. I mean, I would imagine in this crowd tonight that many of you have places that are very near and dear to you. Maybe it was a trip to a national park many years ago. Maybe it was a hike on the Appalachian Trail, and you got to stand out on McAfee Knob here like my friend Marty did on a beautiful May evening a couple of years back. Can you relate to what I'm saying? I mean, do you have those special places that are important? Yes. Okay. Well, they don't protect themselves. They take people to protect them, particularly when they're public lands. And I've been blessed to have many great experiences and traveled lots of places. This is a place that, to me, brings me back to where I'm from originally, the Hudson River. Because this picture I took reminds me of a painting from the Hudson River School. It's in the Kings Canyon National Park on the John Muir Trail out in California. This is another special place here. It's a secret place. I can't tell you about it. It's an arch. It's within about 15 minutes of downtown Chattanooga. Not too many people know about it. I'm not going to tell you where it is or how to get there, but it's an amazing place. And the guy who took me there loved it.
And you're keeping it a secret.
Yeah, I am. It's a secret
That's
arch.
not fair.
Now, we get connections in lots of ways. Some of it's through literature, and some of it is through books. How many of you are familiar with this book? Okay, were any of you read this book when you were young, or have you read this book to children of your own? Okay, for me, this was a real connection. This book was read to me. It was a Robert McCloskey book, and picking blueberries was how I connected with the landscape as a young kid. This is another book that really connected me when I was a little bit older. It had some lessons in it. Are you all familiar with Dr. Seuss, Lorax? Okay. I speak for the trees. That's kind of my calling card for what I do for a living. You also might have an experience with a loved one, you know, with a girlfriend or a boyfriend or a husband or a wife or a sister or a brother, where you had that experience at the base of a waterfall or on a trail, or got caught in that summer rain out in the woods. Those forge memories that connect us to place. And if the bulldozers were to come to that place at some point in time, I would imagine some of you would get a little agitated, a little riled up, and you'd want to respond and protect that special place. I work mostly on the natural environment, not the built environment. The sort of built environment that I really like is like this at Eisenhower Pass at 12,000 feet up in the Sierra. This was with my daughter. We hiked 120 miles on this trail, John Muir Trail, in 2008. A very important experience for us. I'd like to segue back home to the work that I do in the Cherokee National Forest. Get wild in the Cherokee National Forest. Sounds good?
Wonderful.
One of the things we do is we run a series of outings to connect you, the public, to your public land, the lands that you own. And this October, we have a whole series of outings starting in October, October 16th. We'll be leading a hike on the Littlog Ridge Trail in the Big Frog Wilderness. This picture was taken on the Kirkland Creek Trail in the Upper Bald River Wilderness Study Area. This little guy lives on that trail. This is a black-bellied salamander. And this is one of the areas in the Tennessee Wilderness Act of 2011. It's a bill that was introduced by Senator Lamar Alexander, and it's co-sponsored by Bob Corker, and it will protect nearly 20,000 acres of the Cherokee National Forest forever, in perpetuity. No logging, no mining, no roads. It takes people to get an act of Congress, and that's what it requires. Another way we connect people is through our snorkeling series. We did a series of snorkeling trips in Citico Creek, the Conasauga River, and the Hiwassee River. We'll be leading a hike later on the Berkshire Creek Trail up to an amazing waterfall I hope you join us for these. I don't want to just come here tonight, though, and talk about our outings. I mean, that's an important way that we connect people. I really wanted to emphasize the fact that the reason why we have a bill right now, a bill introduced in the U.S. Senate is because of people like you, people who took a moment, who care about the environment, care about natural forests, and they took action. They wrote to their senators, to their congressmen, and said, hey, you know what, the Cherokee National Forest is in our backyard, and we should protect part of it. Let me segue a second to this slide. One of the things we're doing, some of you may know Jim Fitzer. Working with him, we'll be posting a couple screenings of this film on November 15th at the Cleveland Bradley Public Library and on November 18th at the Chattanooga Nature Center. Some pretty cool events. We'll be talking more about wilderness there. So here we come to the action part of the program. My volunteer and
Over here.
Cara.
Over here. This
Over
side.
here. He's going to hand out some postcards right now. And I'd like you to think about taking a moment and writing a personal note to your congressman, if Congressman Chuck Fleischman is your representative, or Senator Lamar Alexander, and ask him to protect the Cherokee National Forest. It can be as simple as that. We had 1,210 people do this at Bonnaroo. You don't have to go to Bonnaroo to take action to protect the Cherokee National Forest. But we'll be there again next year, so you can do that also. Come visit our exhibit. This is the way we get it done. An act of Congress is a very high bar, and if the people lead, the politicians will follow. So I appreciate your time. It's only through the efforts of folks like you that we've gotten this far. We hope that we will get this bill passed next year in 2012. It should come up for a full floor vote in the U.S. Senate next year, then go over to the House of Representatives. As you leave, we'll have some stickers if you'd like, and some contact cards. We've got a Facebook page. You can find us, follow us. Come hang out with us. Come take a hike with us sometime. I guarantee you'll have a good time. Thank you very much, everybody.